Hello you beautiful people. Today I'm finally bringing you a new makeup tutorial and I'm calling this the Beachy pinup look. This is a look that was requested by Goddess Aragon, who's a user here and who's also a friend of mine. And she basically needs this for a photo shoot that she'll be doing at the end of the month. So and she asked me to help out with some look ideas. So I'm hoping this helps you. And anybody else who wants to do a pinup look. Most of the time, like, pinups that we see aren't big girls. They're always skinny and boobtastic. But I think this works just as well on big girls, and especially red lipstick and stuff like that. We shouldn't be afraid to work that too. So this is for you. If you want to know how to do this entire look, then keep watching. Okay, so what I'll start by doing is what I always do, is I prep my lid. I'm once again using MAC's Painterly Paint Pot. And I'm just applying it pretty much just as a rule, as always, everywhere where there might be some eyeshadow later on. And of course now I'm doing this look for a girl who has a dark skin tone, so honey, don't use this, because obviously it won't match your skin tone. If you don't have my skin tone, or a skin tone that matches the Painterly Paint Pot, just use whatever primer you usually use. Use a transparent one, use just whatever you usually want, and what works for you. Now, as you see, I've put it here and here. Now, the first color I'm going in is actually the light color, and I'm using my Sephora palette, and I'm using a very, very light buttery golden yellow, which is this color here. These unfortunately don't have names or anything, but it's a Sephora eyeshadow, and just really use whatever you have on hand. And I'm using a small brush like this. It's fairly flat and not too long. I'm taking just a little bit of shadow on the brush, and then I'm packing it on here. And I love, love, love these eyeshadows from Sephora. I was really surprised how just great they were when I got these last year. And basically what I'm doing is I'm not going right to the end. I'm going about 3/4 of the way in, slightly above the crease. And I don't know why my camera's going in and out of focus. Thank you very much, Mr. JVC. But yeah. So right, that's about it. And then I'm also putting it on in the corner of my eye, and slightly towards the outer corner, but underneath here. Just so that in the end there's a smooth transition there. Right. And if you need more of that color, you can always go in later and use more of that. Now we're moving on to the darker gold color, which is actually two colors, because as always we're mixing to get the perfect tone. I'm using my newly acquired Urban Decay Naked palette, which I love. I'm so in love with this, and I'm going to use Halfbaked, which is this color. It's sort of a dark golden color, and I'm using this brush, which is sort of an outer V brush. It's got a slightly pointed tip, and I'm just going in very slightly with it, and then I'm drawing a V. I'm closing my eye just a little bit, And I'm drawing from here, and then I'm drawing the V all the way up here. And then just filling out that part and just extending a line slightly over here, which I'm blending. But here we're just filling in the parts of the light gold color. Oh, come on! Oh, my camera! Stupid camera! Yeah, we're just filling in the lighter the parts that we didn't touch with the lighter gold before, and then here just going up to give just a little bit more definition. And then going, oops, then I'm taking the same color and connecting the light golden with the darker golden down here, and then basically you're also just connecting the V that you just drew here. And it's not a very precise geometric V, as you can see on the eye that I've already done, just to give you an idea of how to do the shaping for this look. Now this is a little light, and since we are aiming for this to be shot on camera, I'm just gonna intensify it a little bit with a color from the same Naked palette called Smog, which is this one here, and which is sort of a, well, it's a brown with a very golden undertone to it. And I'm taking my favorite blending brush, which is this one, going in to the Smog, and again focus. And then instead of retracing the shape, I'm just gonna dot it here and then blend out a little bit toward here on the same line that I just did with the darker gold, and down here. And then basically the rest of the look is just blending. You can always, you know, touch up. Sometimes you'll have to just go in again just a little bit, but not too much. And try and stay here with the darker color. Try and stay on that portion and just use it over here. And then you can always go in with your finger, take some off, whatever you need to do to make it look good. And basically the aim of putting this other color here is to have a slightly darker definition of the crease here, and then have the stronger but lighter than the Smog color golden peek through here. And then I'll be going in back with the Half-Baked, which is the golden color I used here, and just soften the Smog again just a little bit here, because I don't want it to overpower the look. This is not a brown or golden brown smoky eye at all. Right, then final touches, highlight, and just tying the look together. I'm going in with this sort of, this is a matte brown with a golden undertone to it, and the whole thing is really very light. So basically it's sort of a flesh tone, but it's slightly darker than my own flesh tone, but it's still light enough to be a highlighter when you sort of match it against those colors. It's lighter than these, and it's lighter than my eyebrows, and it will be lighter than Jess's eyebrows as well. So for that, I'm just going in with a fluffy brush, taking some of that on, and then just swiping it up to the brow bone, down here a little, and I'm just basically, as you can see, going over the very edges of the shadow that I've put down before, and then blend, blend, blend here. Right. Okay, so this is it for the eyes. Well, this is it for the eyeshadow. Sorry, it's getting late, I'm kind of tired. Then mascara, I'm using my Voluminous Carbon Black. And I'm back with mascara. I've only put it on the upper lashes, not on the bottom lashes. I know that many people do both the bottom and the upper lashes. I don't think that's necessary. In fact, I think it closes the eyes down just a little bit when it's really not necessary. If you want some definition on those lashes with this look, then I'd suggest using a brown mascara on the bottom lashes to make it look more natural, but still have the definition in the lashes. So this is the eyes, as you can see. Sorry, the lighting in here is once again not ideal. I live in this cave of a flat where getting any light in is really difficult. It took me, I think, half an hour to just set this up. So please bear with me. Right, now I'm gonna show you the rest of the look now, because obviously this isn't it and I'm doing the full look for Jess today. So next step is contouring just a little bit, because again this will be for a picture in the end. Now again, make sure that you do the contouring with products that match your skin tone, and that will work for you. I'm using this, what's it called? It's a bronzer stick. It's called Tan-Tint. It's from the MAC Surf Baby collection. I'm totally in love with this puppy. And I love it so much because you don't need a lot of it. So and the thing is, I'm not using actual blush on this look because it's supposed to be a beachy look, and I don't want, because we'll have red lips, so I don't want red and then the gold another color. It's just, it'll be too much. But I want some contouring, so do the contouring face, dab on just the slightest bit. You really don't need a lot of this. And I'm going up to the temples as well, just to narrow the forehead just a little bit. So now this looks completely crazy, I know, but we're gonna blend it with our fingers. And this is, of course, after you've put on your foundation, your primer, whatever else you put on your face before you start putting on the makeup. Okay, and then blend it into your hairline, and the same thing on the other side. This is actually stronger, doing it a lot stronger than I usually do, but I want to give Jess an idea of what might be required for the photo shoot. So Jess, when you're doing this, just as you have darker skin, just use a darker foundation or a darker shade stick, anything that's a few shades darker than your skin tone to do this. Now I have a little bit more on this side than on this side, so I'll just pat on a little bit more. The thing with these is they're really potent. And if you put on too much, you'll look crazy and you won't be able to get it off unless you get it off with makeup remover, and then you can basically just do the whole look all over again. So it's better to add just a little at a time and build, instead of having suddenly to take off stuff. Right, so this is enough. At least for me. I hope you can see it has given me, I wanted to have some definition. It's not going to be invisible, obviously. So this is what it looks like. This side is the side of my face that apparently is in the most natural light. So this is it. I am going to add some, a type of blush to it, which is sort of, oh great, and the sun has shifted and the light is just all crazy again in here. Okay, never mind, let's press on. The, you know, the main part of the look is done. So I'm gonna use Benefit's Sugarbomb to, oh, and I dropped everything, sorry. I'm gonna use Benefit's Sugarbomb blush, which is a sort of golden toned blush, and I'm just gonna put it exactly where I just put the MAC stuff to set it and define it and give it just the slightest hint of blush. And I hope for Jess that my camera picks up enough of this look so that she can recreate it. Okay, so this is it for the cheeks, and you can always, you know, I intensify it, put less, put more, whatever you feel you need. And then I'm gonna add this little baby because I want to have a beachy summery look, and this is a MAC Lustre Drops in Pink Rebel, which is basically some liquid highlighter, and I love this. I'm so in love with these Lustre Drops, and so little goes such a long way. I'll show you here. This much will do pretty much, it like on a non-photo look, it would do both. And I'm putting it on above where I put the contouring on, so I'm putting it on right on top of my cheekbones, where my cheekbones are at the sharpest and the highest. So I'm putting this here and just another drop, and as you can see I'm dotting on the drops first where I want them to go, and then I blend with my fingers. And if you're doing this look on yourself, obviously your fingers are the best instrument, and even if you're doing it on other people, just sanitize your hands, use your fingers as much as you can, because really they give you the best control and all that. So yeah, so now you have this wonderful sheen going on here, and basically that's what we're always looking for in summer, is to look glowy and radiant and beautiful. Now, since this is a pin-up look, and I'm sorry that everything has turned orange, there's, I think, there's very little I can do about this. Yeah, this is worse. Okay. Okay, since this is a pin-up look, as I was saying, we're going to go for bold red lips, obviously. So first thing you want to do, because you want this to hold up, is you use pencil, a lip pencil. And I'm using this one by Sephora. I don't know if it has a name. Yeah, it's number 20 in Real Red. And let me see how I can do this best. Basically, just line your lips. And don't line them too thinly. As you can see, hopefully, I have a slightly bigger line here. Okay, now that you've lined them, press them together a little bit so that the lip liner pretty much is also a base for your lipstick to hold on to. Now the next one I'm using, I don't know if you can get this in America. I think you can. I think they sell Essence at Ulta and maybe some other stores as well now. This is from the Essence limited edition collection called 50s Girls Reloaded, and this is their lipstick in #1 Back to the 50s, and I am in love with this lipstick fantastic, and I'm heartbroken that it's limited edition and that I probably will never ever be able to find a second one of those, because this was actually the last one they had on the stand when I picked them up. So yeah. So yeah, this is a red, which it registers more orange right now on my camera than it actually is. This is a true, wonderful fire engine, vibrant red. And just put it on over, over your entire lips. And I should note, this is a tad lighter than the pencil I just used. And what this will do is it'll give more dimension to the lips in the end, because you are putting it over the pencil, but the pencil on the edges will shine through ever so slightly, giving the whole look more more dimension. And don't worry, it won't look like the crazy 90s dark lip liner nude lip. It won't look like that. And if you're a little afraid of using such a red just straight out of the tube like I'm doing now, then just use a lip brush, you'll have more control. Okay, now, let's see, I'm going to try and show you this thing in natural light, because I'm kind of hating that my camera is not picking this up as it should. So, this, my friends, is the most natural light I can get in this flat. But these are the lips. These are the eyes. Cheeks. And yeah, I'm really hoping this was helpful to you, Jess. I think this would look absolutely gorgeous on you. It's 50s, but it's not typical boring 50s with just the winged liner and that's it. It's kind of a beachy, nice, glamorous 50s look, at least in my opinion. And I hope you have fun doing it. I hope the photo shoot goes really, 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 really well. I know you'll rock it. If you have any questions, leave a comment or, you know, whatever. Anybody else who's watching this, obviously feel free to do the same. I'll have a product list in the bottom bar below. Rate, comment, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. It makes me happy. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!